first with the owl and the peacock because she thought it gave her wisdom, more appreciation.
I like it. I like that. Very cool.
One day when she came, she finally understood. She finally understood it all. She contributed something, a sphere.
Oh!
She believed that in life, everything comes full circle.
Oh, wow.
The sphere was a representation of that, her contribution that she left
I love
at the
it.
end of her life. That would be part of her legacy, was that understanding.
Well, I see that given her voluptuous
That's beside the
part
point.
that faces me.
The part that faces.
Yeah, okay, well, what I see about all of this is like circles.
Yeah.
I like circles because of the continuity.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, you have the circles. She's got circles.
She's
the
circular,
sphere. these
Yeah, the
circles,
eyes are circles.
and the peacock feathers create a circle.
Very cool.
So the connectedness.
Okay, Sharon, you want to do that?
Okay, I'm sorry I'm having trouble here with this camera. I have broken.
Okay, how are we going to get by if you got the camera?
Well, you can get by. But I have broken my tripod, so it doesn't function properly.
Just let me pick mine.
Can I go next?
Who wants to go next? Laura, you want to go next?
Yeah.
Okay, go next.
We take two pieces?
2 pieces. You're limited to 2. Right.
Well, these two children were walking in the woods, and they saw this, shall we say, this combination of, well, conglomeration of objects, and they were fascinated by it. And so they came over and they sat down next to them, and they said, ah, look at that, that's a peacock. Isn't she beautiful? And the other one said, I love him. When I grow up, I'm going to marry him. And this child, her friend said, you can't, it's not a him, it's a she. She has breasts. And she said...
Good, a little bit of New York wildness here.
And she says, oh no. She said, I know that when we lived in Africa, the men and the women, they both had breasts. I don't know where I'm going with this.
That's all right. We'll make appropriate referrals if needed.
And then they just stayed there and played with the peacock, and they had a whole conversation, and this goddess-like figure said to them, my name is Iman, and I represent every man and every woman in the universe.
Wow, that's cool. That's really good.
Beth, how about you? Now,
Well,
it's your
this is
turn to try to
just
deal
play,
with what
just
we've
play,
done
Beth.
so
Just
far.
play.
This is tough. Well, I might just.
I
pick
love
one.
that doll, don't you?
Yeah,
I
she's
love them
beautiful.
both.
It was done by a French artist.
Here, I might just pick one.
The skin is so, I guess the skin in all of them is like that, but the skin is so realistic. Go ahead.
Okay. I picked this little baby boy. He represents my infant grandson. That was just born a few weeks ago.
Oh, congrats.
And he come to talk to the wise owl and the beautiful peacock and this little whatever over there that seems to know everything. And he's kind of hoping that they will somehow send answer to his parents because he feels a little lost right now. He has an incurable disease and he's just not sure what the future holds for him. So he feels, he's kind of lost in the woods. He sort of like feels a little bit abandoned right now.
Oh,
Cool. Can you move that just a little bit so I can get a photograph of that?
Do you need to turn him?
No, I think it's fine. Okay. So, Chris or Joy, who wants to do it? All right.
well. The magic Pandora box. Yes. It was sitting there, and Curly Top was so curious. She said, I wonder what's in that magic box. And she opened the lid very carefully, and out flew all these birds with plume tails. And she said, what have I done? And the little boy said, oh, don't worry, it's just the imagination. We need imagination in the world. And she said, oh, so I've let imagination go. And the world is now full of color. And she smiled.
Wow.
Great.
I like
Oh,
that.
that's lovely.
Joy, can we send one of those Pandora boxes to the public school system?
Take a picture of the close-up. Take a picture, a close-up picture of that. Whose box is that?
Now you have one more object you could add, you know.
You could add two.
This box?
I just only picked one.
No, I like that.
Okay, that's
I like
fine.
that
That's
combination.
fine. Chris?
That is
That was given to me by a very dear friend, who's
That's
coming to
beautiful.
visit, by the way,
Yeah, that's beautiful.
in September. I'm bringing her here.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, from
Okay.
New York. She's coming
Good.
from New York.
Good.
All right, Chris.
Let me see. Let me see.
Well, Mike, aren't you going?
I'm going to go last.
Okay.
The wise owl, being wise as he is, posed the question to all these people who are gathered around, who would come to soak in wisdom and admire beauty. And he brought this bottle, and he said, is it empty or is it full?
What is this, a coin? What do you call it? The coin? K-O-A-N? I think it's called. No, K-O-H-O-A-N. You know, in India. What's it called?
What?
What is it? One hand clapping about the trees, you know? Isn't
Oh,
it?
it's a cone.
Cone, yeah, it's a
Cone.
coin. Coin, yes.
So they say, is
A
it
Japanese cone.
is it empty or full of what? He said of anything. And they all ponder that question and they wonder. And he says, it's about imagination. It's about imagination and creativity. Do you want it to be empty or do you want it to be full? If you want it to be full, what's it full of? And can you gain from whatever it is that you want it to be full of? Is there anything that you can learn from that? He said, if you want it to be full of imagination and creativity, and if you open it up and it's released, then what effect does that have on you? It says, whether you want it, you know, it's just like what they say, whether you think you can or whether you think you can't, you're right. And so they thought about that, and that was one of the lessons that they learned, was imagination, creativity.
I like it.
Do what you want.
It's very cool.
Okay. Are you going to add another object or just that one?
I'm just going to do that one.
Okay.
Okay, Mike's
Now
next.
if I can get out of here. There we go. Okay. You see I was out I go out to these swamps and I tripped and I broke one of the legs on my tripod, so now it can only go so far down.
Oh, no.
Anyway. I'm going to add some spice here. I
Of
guess.
course, you always do.
Wouldn't be mine otherwise.
There's babies
Yeah.
present, so don't
All right,
scare
we
them.
have this nice, pleasant little world,
Oh, Mike.
and in comes
Oh, my
the
God.
zombie.
What is that?
Arr.
What is that?
This is a zombie. It's another zombie. And the little doll looks up and she is